Hey guys, good to see you. Let's see, I'm trying to get, all right, trying to get both of these. I'm new at trying to work Periscope and Facebook Live at the same time, but I'm getting there. So good to see you guys. It's been a minute since I've been on the video. We've had a kind of a tragedy in our family. My sister has had 6 surgeries in about 9 days, and she's still in the hospital. And so I'm tired, but I made a commitment to be on tonight, and so I'm here. And so I am Anita Gibson, a coach speaker, educational strategist, and president of PXL Academy. And I want to ask you the question, why is mediocre okay? With our children in school, I am amazed at the number of parents who will come into my office and they'll share their stories with me. And they'll talk about their children, and they'll talk about the things that their children are really struggling with. And they finally get to the place where they're at their wits' end. They finally are at the place where they're just tired of mediocre. And sometimes I kind of wonder, why does it take us so long to get to a place when we say enough is enough? I thought about that, and a couple of things that come to mind are, one, we think we deserve it. Like somehow it's okay for no one to want to help us or to help our children. That somehow you are supposed to just be okay with your children struggling in school. That the teacher may have a class of 40 students. And let me tell you, my daughter is a teacher, so I'm never, ever going to come and fuss about teachers. I think they have one of the most difficult jobs that are in our country. And so what I am here to say is, you as a parent is the focus that I have now. You know your child sits in a class with 30 other students, with 40 other students. You know your child has a focus issue. You know your child is not getting it. And sometimes with some of the new math that they're coming up with, they come home and guess what? You can't even help them. So it's saying over here that my battery is going down. So hold on, guys, over here. If I lose you, I'll pick it up next time. So listen, mediocre is not okay. You are better than that, and so is your child. Sometimes we accept mediocre because we believe what others say. We believe the teacher who says, oh, Johnny, I don't know. I think you better not think about him going to college. Or, Susie, hey there, Priscilla, good to see you. Or Susie, you might want to just sign her up for cosmetology school. Or not that there's anything wrong with those things, but that there are people that are giving us these ideas about our students. They're telling us that they will only ever amount to this. This is as far as they can go. And for whatever reason, we believe them. Maybe because they're the expert, they're the teacher, they're the administrator. But listen, I need you to know, Mom, you are the expert on your child. And God has given you an inside track into them and to their potential and to what they can be. And mediocre is no longer okay, and it's not acceptable. Sometimes you're stuck and you accept mediocre because you don't know what to do. It's like, I tried this, that didn't work. I tried this over here. We changed the school. We're still having struggles. We're just going to have to kind of bump through this. That is not true. There are solutions. And sometimes we're kind of just waiting for them to fall out of the sky. But many times you actually have to take the time to look for the solution. You have to take the time to knock on some doors. You have to take the time to try some things that are out of the box, because your child only gets one shot at school. They only get one shot at 4th grade or 5th grade or 6th grade or 8th grade or 9th grade. Of course, unless they have to do it over again. But you are the key to their success, not their teacher, not the administrator, not the president of the United States, not the Board of Education. You as the mom, you as the parent You are the key to your child's success. And I'm here to tell you that mediocre is not okay. So this summer is here. This is the time for you to be doing your research on what are the best options for your children for this fall, this coming school year. Is it another school? Do you need to move to another district? Do you need to put them in a private school? Do you need to homeschool them? Do you need to get an extra tutor that can help them in the evenings when they come home? What are the things that you can do to get them excited again about learning? If you have a child that's saying something to you like this, man, I hate reading. Or math, I'm so dumb, I can't do that. You have to restart their love for that subject. Because it might not be that they're not good at it. It might be the way it was introduced. It might be the way it's being taught even now in the school where they were at this past school year. You really don't know if they really hate math or if it is that they need to be reintroduced to it in fun and creative ways. And that's your assignment for this summer. In order for mediocrity to go away, Mom, you have to get a little more involved in those academics. You need to head on over to that educational store and find some academic games. You need to get online and figure out some fun ways to introduce math concepts to them. I've seen so many children who are in 5th grade, who are in 7th grade, who are in 9th grade, who do not know their multiplication facts cold. They are still guessing. They are using calculators in some of their classrooms. But there are some things you just have to know. And so guess what? Over the summer, if that wasn't something they got to in the school year, it's okay. Go ahead and begin getting those things done over the summer. Maybe it's 2 things you're going to focus on. They're going to be a better reader and they're going to know their multiplication facts cold. So that when the fall comes, they'll be better. They will not be mediocre. Not knowing your multiplication facts is non-negotiable. Not being able to read because you don't know your phonics is unacceptable. Because as moms, we can do something about that. Okay, the teacher didn't get it. Somehow you missed it. But you know what? You are able to get it. All you need to do is go on to the store, go on to that academic store and pick up the things that they need. And then turn off the TV. Turn down the phone. Put the iPad away. Bribe them if you have to. Promise them ice cream if they will take some time, at least 3 times a week over the summer with their academics, and begin to do some fun stuff. We used to play Monopoly. They didn't know it, but the reason I played, because I wanted them to learn how to count money. I wanted them to be able to do it in a fun way. And so that's what we used. But they will never take the time to focus in on those foundational skills if you continue to allow them to have access to all the TV and all the iPad and all the phone. That stuff has got to be shut down at some point during the week. If you're willing to do that, I guarantee you can restart a love and excitement for subjects that maybe they've never even loved ever. And so, why is mediocrity? Why is mediocre okay? Many times because we don't know what to do. And so that's why I'm here. I want to show you what you need to do. John 10:10 says, what God intends is that he has come that we might have life and life more abundantly. His intention is for you and your child to not suffer through 3rd grade or 4th grade or high school. His intention is for you to have and for them to have an abundant life. He wants them to enjoy being able to get through their schoolwork. Not that every day is fun. No, that's not the case. But every day shouldn't be drudgery either. It shouldn't always be tears and crying when it's time to get to homework or not telling you the truth because they don't want to do the homework, because they don't get it, so they feel dumb. No, that's not the life that God has called us to. And so we have to begin to speak life into our children. We have to begin to speak higher to them than what the world speaks, or the teacher speaks, or the peers speak. We have to begin to say to them that God created you the way that you are, and that you learn at the rate that you learn and the way that you learn because God made you that way. And I'm going to learn to stop fussing about the fact that you do your math so slow. And I'm going to pay more attention to the fact that maybe God made you to be more detail oriented, that he has a purpose for the reason for why you do things in a more slow manner. It's not wrong. It's who you are. And we are going to learn to celebrate that. So mediocre is not okay. And I know there is no mom listening to me that is okay with it. And that is why I'm here. And so I want to encourage you this summer, do not miss the opportunity to begin to pull your child from mediocre to the next levels. You have the power to do it. You don't have to wait on anyone else. It is your assignment. It is your responsibility. It is your privilege. I am Anita Gibson, coach, speaker, and educational strategist. And I have a book coming out called Starfinder. And it's about finding the beauty in your child, because every child is a star. Don't you want to know why God placed your child here and what he intended for them to be and what he intended for them to do? The very things that irritate you may be the very things that he is going to use for them to make their mark in the world. You might have a child who talks all the time, and sometimes you just wish they would be quiet. But God may have created them to be a talker because he has something for them to say. And he is preparing them to be able to speak, maybe to their peers, maybe to the world, to tell us something that we need to hear. And so you got to find places for that speaker to be able to speak. And so they won't frustrate you because you're the only place where they have the outlet. There is a reason and a purpose for everything your child is and everything they're going through. Embrace it, Mom. Embrace them. When you embrace those things, you embrace them. And they feel it. They feel the love. They feel the acceptance. And they feel like, wow, I can be who God made me to be. So I just bless you tonight. I just thank you for listening in, Priscilla. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. God has given you everything you need, and you're going to do a fantastic job with those girls, Priscilla. I'm so excited about what he's doing in you and what he's doing with you and what he's doing for you. And I know there are other moms who have that desire too. Hey there. How are you doing, Dolores? Good to see you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. You guys are doing an amazing job. And tonight, if no one has said it, I want to say, you are appreciated, you are loved, and not one thing you do will be overlooked by God, nor will it be forgotten. Love you guys. All right, I'm out. Thanks for the hearts. Good night.